have this Citroen Berlingo Multispace wheelchair adapted vehicle. What I'll do in the video, I will go around, show you the condition and the layout and the spec. More importantly, you want peace of mind when you're buying a car, especially a wheelchair adapted vehicle. So if you haven't dealt with this before, if you type the car source Glasgow in on Google, you can read our 5-star reviews, and you'll see we look after customers and we're very fussy about the sorts of vehicles we sell. So this one has great service history, genuine low mileage. This is a ULEZ compliant diesel as well, so no issues worrying about going into city centres going forward. Great economy and the rear automatic. So a little bit about ourselves. If you're looking for delivery, we're doing free UK delivery in this vehicle with a 14-day money back guarantee. So full peace of mind when this car turns up, you get to check over it, test drive it, and you get your 14-day money back guarantee. You also get a year's AA breakdown cover included on the car. You also get a full parts and labour guarantee covering any faults on the car. And more importantly, we check over the vehicle first. So it comes with a brand new year MOT with no advisories. It comes with a full service carried out by ourselves, and everything like brakes, tyres, etc. and engine are all guaranteed. So GM Coachworks is the sticker on the back there. This was originally converted by them. They're one of the largest conversion companies, and they supply brand new converted vehicles. So that's how this car started off its journey. Nice blue metallic paint, I think, in the colour. You can see that the car doesn't have any major damage or dents or anything like that to worry about. Really nice condition. I'll try and zoom in on the whole car in more detail in a moment. So looking in the back, you have your one passenger seat there, which you can leave in. If you want to fold it down or remove it completely, it's easy enough to unbolt, or leave it in. Then you've got your wheelchair ramp area. It's easier to show you that from the back. I'll show you that in a moment. So looking in the front, very low mileage, so 23,700, and you'd expect the interior to be nice condition, which it is. There's no damage on the seats or anything like that. The car hasn't been smoked in, really nice condition. Steering wheel doesn't have any extra wear, pedals don't have any extra wear. The mileage is guaranteed genuine from us. Your spec is nice on this as well. So like I say, it's the automatic, so all we do is we just flick this round to A for automatic, and then that's you, off you go, and reverse back there. You've got rear parking sensors as well. Despite the adaptation, they moved the parking sensors to the side, so they still work. You can go through the gears up and down with the minus and plus manually if you want. Cruise control if you're on the motorway, longer journeys, speed limiter to hold you at say 50 if you need, and then you've got your stereo controls over here on the right. So if we just turn this on, I'll just take a moment for the stereo to come up. You've got your radio, obviously, including digital stereo. If we just press source, you can go into digital. You've also got a really modern system here, because clicking on the menu and connected services, I'll just put the volume off just now, you've got Apple CarPlay and MirrorLink, so you can get your phone screen appearing on here, use Google Maps or Apple Maps or whatever you want on that screen. So really, really nice modern system, and your USB sockets down there to plug into as well. You've got aircon, all your controls here, electric windows. So your spec on this is actually very good for the age of car. So looking at the rear, it's a large door, but just one hand, and it opens no problem at all. Your wheelchair system, if you've used one before, you'll be familiar with it. If you're not, that's fine. I'll talk you through it. So you see, first of all, the yellow safety catch on the bottom that unhooks the system. So push that over to the left, and then that's us ready to go. And then one hand on here lifts this up, and it comes forward. It's also on a pneumatic ram, which means that if you drop it, it's still nice and slow to go down, and nice and safe, and one-handed, nice and easy. It's not a heavy ramp, but it is also rated 300 kilos, as you can see on the side, so a proper solid system. It's not too much of an incline, so it's actually fairly easy to get the wheelchair up in there, especially if it's electric. If you're looking to haul it in with a winch, that's not a problem. This car doesn't have one at the moment, but don't let that put you off. We could arrange getting one fitted for you at cost. It's not a difficult, expensive thing to do, fitting a winch if you do need one, but that's up to yourself. And then when you're in, you've got all your correct fastenings. They're all good and all present. So your two wheelchair seatbelt clamps here on the back, and 2 up on the front there as well, so you can safely get your seatbelt round the wheelchair. And then you've got the seatbelt for the passenger here, which as you can see goes up and over and clamps into the buckle over there, so you can actually stay in the wheelchair, strap in safely in the rear if you choose to, or some people maybe choose to go over into the transfer over to the spare seat in the back, and then other people choose to use that for a passenger. And there's plenty of space. As you can see, you've got your double opening side sliding doors. Again, the back's really nice condition, so it's not been abused, rubbish put in or anything like that. It's been a very well kept car, and you've got your seat belt in that rear seat and everything as well. So looking at putting the ramp up, again, it's very easy with one hand. Just lift with the handle. It's got the ram to help. Slide over, very light, and give it a push, and then slide over again to the right, and there it is, locked in position, and that's you. And again, you get a strap there for the rear, and then you go, nice and easy, one-handed operation, so you don't have to worry about that being difficult, regardless of age or strength or whatever. So you can get all sorts of adaptations for them as well, you know, like an electric motor that helps lift it, but it's actually quite a light ramp, so probably find that you'd be okay with it. So as I say, if there are things on the car that you've missed that you want to see in the video, if you think, well, if I was there in person I would check this or that, that's fine. Just give us a phone and we'll be happy to do a personal video for you. Okay, the main thing is, if you're looking at delivery, it's free. You get a 14-day money back guarantee, and if you Google our reviews, you get a feel for the way that we do things. So looking at the service history on this car as well, I said I would show you that, sorry. So service history is all here, so you've got the manual, and opening this up, it's not got a service book, it's a digital service record here. We've verified all of that, so looking through the full record of ages and mileages for all the services. So first few years was serviced by Wingrove Citroen, the Citroen dealer in Newcastle. 2018 at 4,000 miles, 2019 at 10,000, 2020 at 14,000 miles. Then local garage, Green Lane Garage, at 2021 at 15,000 miles. Trustford Service Centre in Manchester in 22 at 20,000 miles, and then ourselves a fresh service this year for you and buying it at 23,000 miles. So very, very well kept car, as I say, in excellent condition. So there might be some things you would look at if you were here. So for example, the tyres, you can see fantastic tread all round. All those things are checked in the workshop, and we make sure anything that's needed is done, so you get your proper guarantee. So looking around the panels in a bit more detail, left hand side of the car looks really nice. There's not really much damage. There's a tiny, is it a bit of muck or a wee a little touch in there, okay. So there's a small mark there. Passenger door all looks okay, no damage on there. Passenger front door, maybe a couple of tiny chips on the very edge, but nothing that you wouldn't expect probably at the age. There's no signs of accident damage or anything like that. I should say the history check on all our cars are clear, so everything's guaranteed great condition with no major damage. And there's a couple of light scratches on the front there, probably nothing that you wouldn't expect at the age of the car. Front bumper looks fine, no significant damage on there, and also bonnet looks okay. There's hardly even stone chips or anything. There's a tiny stone chip right there on the very front, but again, you stand back, you don't really see it. So we're just being overly detailed in case you're travelling from a distance or looking at delivery, you know the exact condition of the car. Again, nice condition on the wheel trim and tyres and so on this side. A couple of tiny chips on that wing there like that. Driver's door, again, really nice condition, no real damage on there. A little chip, single chip in the driver's door. Looking at the back door here, again, no real damage. Perhaps a tiny chip there, and on the back panel, oh no, that's a wee beastie, so a wee fly. So no damage there. The back, there's a little chip on the back panel there. It's actually tiny dent as well, I guess, but it's probably too small to see, so nothing really to write home about. So overall, a very, very nice condition vehicle. So as I say, great service history, new MOT with no advisories will be put on, and full service carried out by ourselves. As I say, Google us. Any questions, let us know. If you're looking at finance on this car, there should be a quote on the website. Get in touch and we can help answer any questions on that and confirm details on that. Trade-in is an option as well, either on a normal vehicle or a wheelchair vehicle. If you let us know the details on that, that's much easier when you're near us in Glasgow and you can bring the vehicle in for us to give a value. It becomes a little bit harder when you're further afield, but we can talk about that if needed. You're welcome obviously to come and collect the vehicle from us in Glasgow. We can meet you at a train station or airport, or we're doing free UK delivery. But do get in touch before you come. If you're local and you want to pop in and view this, please ping a message, let us know you're doing that, to make sure one of the team's free to take your test drive. As long as you bring your driving licence, you can get a test drive in this vehicle on our insurance, obviously, as a car dealer. And any other questions, just get in touch. Hopefully that was a helpful video. Very nice, well kept car, great service history, really nice condition, low mileage, ULEZ compliant as well, really easy to drive, rear parking sensors, CarPlay, and all safety checked and working as it should.